From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Don Mitchell. Prime Minister Mark Carney leaves today for a trip that will see him circle the globe to drum up investment and trade. His visit to Beijing is the first trip to China by a sitting prime minister in more than 8 years. Carney will meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping on Friday. The PM is expected to discuss several issues, including steep agricultural tariffs Beijing has imposed in response to Canadian levies on electric vehicles, steel, and aluminum. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister said his meeting today with coastal First Nations in BC was arranged to ease tensions and work with a partner to find ways to advance economy-building projects. Tensions between Ottawa and First Nations heated up in the fall when federal officials failed to meet with the group before signing an agreement with Alberta, opening the door to a pipeline to BC's coast. Coastal First Nations President Marilyn Slett has previously said there's no support among its members for a pipeline to the Pacific coast or suspension of a tanker ban off the northern BC coast. A new survey by TD Bank finds 2/3 of Canadians say they plan to cut back on spending this year, up from about half last year.
Younger Canadians in particular are looking to reduce their spending, with 86% of Gen Z and 77% of millennials planning to make cuts. The survey says top budget sacrifices for a little over half of respondents included eating out less often and making fewer retail purchases. 44% say they plan to spend less on entertainment like concerts, sporting events, and movies. Michelle Zedekian, The Canadian Press.
Stateside, U.S. President Donald Trump is in the Detroit area today, where he toured a Ford plant. During the tour, the president said he sees no benefit to the U.S. staying in CUSMA, the trade agreement with Mexico and Canada.
No real advantage to us. It's irrelevant to me. Canada would love it. Canada wants it. They need it because we don't need Canada product. That's the thing. You know, I want to be a nice person, but we don't need. I want to build the cars here, not in Canada.
Trump is in Michigan to promote efforts to boost U.S. manufacturing as he tries to counter fears about a weakening job market and rising prices taking a toll on Americans' pocketbooks. And Ottawa says it will give an Ontario police force up to $1 million to support the force's efforts to fight extortion, provide services to victims, and build on the work of a task force. Public Safety Minister Gary Anansagari made the announcement in Brampton today following a meeting on battling extortion.
This task force provides rapid community-level response while leveraging intelligence from federal partners, including the Canada Border Service Agency. The CBSA is committed to supporting the task force through the removal of inadmissible foreign nationals involved in extortion and other serious criminal offenses.
The initiative with Peel Regional Police will be backed by $4 million in federal money over 4 years. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Canada's Victoria Mboko advanced to the quarterfinals of the Adelaide International Tennis Tournament with a 2-set victory over Russia's Anna Kalinskaya. 10 games on the NHL schedule tonight, highlighted by an all-Canadian meeting in Ottawa. The Vancouver Canucks carry a 7-game skid into a match with the Senators, who have dropped 4 in a row. Elsewhere, Winnipeg welcomes the New York Islanders. Calgary heads to Columbus. Washington entertains Montreal. Edmonton visits Nashville. And Utah hosts the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the Mike Tomlin era in Pittsburgh is over. The longest tenured head coach in major American professional sports stepped down from his job leading the Steelers after yet another quick playoff exit. The announcement came a day after his 19th season in Pittsburgh ended with a 30-6 blowout wildcard loss to the visiting Houston Texans. He was a relative unknown when he was hired to replace Bill Cowher in early 2007. From the Canadian Press, I'm Don Mitchell.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.